Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation on measuring pH using indicators. What are indicators? Indicators are dyes or pigments that are isolated from a variety of sources like plants, fungi and algae. In this included are all the colored substances or the pigments like yellow colored pigments called xanthophylls, orange colored pigments called as carotenoids, and the blue colored pigments called as anthocyanins. Among them, these organic pigments, anthocyanins, are found to change color with pH. So they can be used as indicators in knowing the acidity or alkalinity of a given solution. So to tell if a chemical is an acid or an alkali, we use a solution called as universal indicator. This universal indicator or solution changes its color when we add an acid or an alkali to it. So when an acid is added, it turns the universal indicator to shades of red. When alkali is added, the universal indicator shows shades of blue. That means if a sample which is basic in nature is added to an universal indicator, the universal indicator changes its color to blue. And if an acid is added to an universal indicator, it changes its color to red. And a chemical which turns the universal indicator green is not an acid nor an alkali. So it is said to be neutral. So now moving on to the next slide. So this change of color can be correlated with the pH scale or the pH values. In my earlier video, I have already discussed about what is pH and pH scale. Usually it is a measure of acidity or alkalinity, and the scale ranges from 1 to 14. So anything below 7 is said to be acidic, and any value above 7 is said to be basic. So if you compare color wise to this values, all shades of red, like ranging from yellow to red, fall below the pH value of 7 and are said to be indicative of acidic solution. And if the universal indicator changes to blue, shades of blue or to purple, the pH values usually fall in the range from 8 to 14, and that is said to be basic. So a solution which shows a red color is said to have a pH value of 1 or 2. That means strongly acidic. And value of pH 5 to 6 is seen in the range if the universal indicator shows yellow color. That means the solution is a weak acid. Similarly, if if the universal indicator shows green color, the sample added to the universal indicator is said to be neutral. So the pH number tells us whether the chemical is strong or a weak acid or alkali. The stronger the acid, the smaller the pH number, and stronger the alkali, the higher the pH number. So using a universal indicator, we can get to know whether the given solution is strongly acidic, weakly acidic, moderately acidic, or the other way around, strongly basic or weakly basic. So now moving on to the next method, that is using a litmus paper. So a litmus paper can also be used as a pH indicator. It is usually sold in strips. Again, there are two types of litmus paper available in the market: purple litmus paper and blue litmus paper. If a purple litmus paper, when dipped in a solution, becomes red, that means the solution is acidic. And the purple litmus, if it turns blue, then the solution is usually basic. Similarly, a blue litmus paper is used to detect acidic conditions, while red litmus paper is used to detect basic conditions. For example, if a litmus paper turns blue, means Red litmus paper, if it turns blue, that means the solution is basic in condition, and if a blue litmus paper turns red, then it is said to be acidic in nature. Another method also we can detect pH is using a pH paper. So this is another option we have, and it can be used to know the pH value of a given solution. And here also we can just dip the paper in the required solution and match the color that it changes to with the color chart provided to identify the pH. And usually in the color chart, the colors are correlated with pH values. So as in this diagram, you can see this pH paper has turned red. So when we see the red shades are in the range from 1 to 4, that is highly acidic. Again, yellow, if a pH paper is turning yellow, and when we compare this color with the color chart, it is falling in the weakly acidic zone, and the green falls in neutral zone, blue falls in the shades of blue are falling in the basic zone. So this is also very simple and easy method to just take a pH paper, dip in the required solution whose acidity or alkalinity you want to know, and compare it with the color chart indicator, and you can know also the pH values in which range, how acidic or how basic the solutions are. But all these are not very accurate methods. We will see in our coming up video that using a pH meter is the best option to know the exact pH value or the acidic or basic condition of a solution. We have one more option, that is use of natural indicators. So even turmeric is a natural indicator and can be used in knowing whether a solution is acidic or basic. Turmeric also changes color when acid or a base is added to it. Similarly, beetroot juice, red cabbage juice also act as effective good pH indicators. And to add on, hibiscus petals, rose petals also can be used to extract the natural ingredient dye or the organic pigment from them, and can be used in uh, detecting the pH levels. So to make an indicator paper, you have to take a filter paper and dip it in the extract obtained from these sources like flower petals, red cabbage or beetroot juice, and allow the paper to dry. And when you dip this paper prepared with natural indicators in a given solution, one example is given here, how the red cabbage indicator changes colors and how the colors are indicative of the pH values. So this is also another option we have to determine the pH values. But as I told you earlier, the best way to know the exact pH of any given solution is through using a pH meter, which I would be presenting in my next video. As of now, thank you.